There are so many amazing bad guy Bionicle sets, whether they're the Makuta, the Dark Hunters, or any other type of character. There's plenty to love. And that's what I'm going to be looking at today. Let's count down the 5 best villain LEGO sets from Bionicle. We're going to really focus on what makes these sets good. The building experience, the great designs, the clever ideas. We'll focus a little bit on the actual characters and the story, but that might take a little bit of a back seat. I'm mainly focusing on the set itself. How good is this toy? Here we go. Now before we start, real quick, I want to induct a specific set into the Hall of Fame. And what set is that? Well, you probably guessed it, it's the Cardus Dragon. This easily could have taken the #1 spot, but I talk about this set all the time. And let's give a bit of love to some other characters. Let's talk about new stuff. But hey, what's not to love about this set? It, for one, is a brilliant model. You can buy one set and you get 3 sets in one. You can build those individually, or combine them together and make this glorious dragon. It's incredible. Peak Bionicle design right here. But speaking of peak, the #5 best Bionicle villain set, it goes to the one and only Nidiki. Hot dang. A spider-like character with 4 claw legs, and he's got gigantic pincers. Pincers that snap together in such a satisfying and fun way. Heck yeah. Now, when I think of a cool-looking villain character, sure, you've got your mob bosses, you've got your Lex Luthors, your Kingpins, really scary dudes who are just like a guy in a suit. They make for great villains. That design is awesome. But the truly awesome villains? They're the ones with the coolest looking designs. They're the monsters, the mutants, the creatures. If Nidiki is coming to you in a dark alleyway with his clawed feet and his pincer hands, well, you're gonna pee your pants, aren't you? 'Cause he's scary. He's downright terrifying. And he looks cool as heck. And see, it's a design like this that we just didn't see appearing in any other sets. He was unique. This set has great play features, he's original, he's scary, and he looks cool. And plus, I haven't even talked about his backstory. A former Toa that kills his friends and heads down a dark, dark path. You gotta love a good traitor story. This set is ticking every single cool factor box. And this is only the #5 spot. Oh, we've got some good stuff coming if this is #5. With that, what's the #4 best villain set? It's my dearest, my beloved, the Rakshi. More specifically, Lerak. So the Rakshi are iconic. If you've been in the Bionicle community for, more than 5 seconds, you'll definitely know that there are countless Rakshi OCs out there. People make all their own custom Rakshi characters and have a great time doing so. Even if those characters aren't actually specifically Rakshi, people love to use their headpieces and turn it into their own original character. These dudes were iconic, and they inspired so much creativity, which I think is a commendable thing that we have to give this set credit for. So look, it's not just the impact that these sets had on the community, and still have on the community. It's the fact that they also just look dope. The reoccurring trend of spines, staffs, and body colors, all of that changing with each Rakshi. It's a very fun way to let you customize them and make them your own. And now, why am I picking Lerak specifically? Why him over all the others? Well, I've always liked this color scheme. A green Rakshi of poison. It's always felt like the most appropriate power and color scheme for a reptilian and snake-like character. Perhaps I'm biased, but I think he looks the best. Dude, the Rakshi rock. Over to #3, and we're gonna stick with a very iconic set. You might have guessed it, it's the Borok, specifically Tarnok. Now why am I picking Tarnok? I feel like everyone knows the red guy. And Tarnok was always front and center in all the promotional material. I feel like Tarnok is the representative of all Borok as a whole, to some degree. Anyway, look, if the Rakshi are iconic, well, the Borok are even more so. I would say that every Bionicle fan, they know about Rakshi. But everyone in the world who grew up with Bionicle, or at least has a passing knowledge on it, they know the Borok. I cannot tell you the amount of conversations I've had with people who, don't actively collect Lego. They don't know the deep lore of Bionicle, but they will tell you how they had so much fun with the Borok as a kid. They'll be like, oh, you remember the guys that turned into the balls? Everyone knows what a Borok is. This innovative little design, you roll them up into a ball, you have them pop out into their sick bug-like design. And then you can launch the neck forward, smash a Toa's mask, then you place that Krana on top and you corrupt the Toa. They packed so much playability into this one toy. It was revolutionary. Now sure, it's iconic, it's well made, it's great. But they also occupy a really fun part of the Bionicle story. These dudes are kind of like white blood cells preparing the Mutanui robot to be awakened. That was a super fun and very original idea, and it was such a pleasant surprise to learn more about the details of that as the story progressed. I mean, there's even kind of like a horror element to these dudes. You wake one, you wake them all. The fact that they can even possess a Toa, honestly, they're terrifying. And terrifying, that makes for a good villain. And I mean, they also look like cute little xenomorph aliens. Look, I could go on. There's a lot of reasons to like these guys, in story and out of story. And from a design perspective, they're perfection. But what is better than a Borok? What's more iconic than a Rakshi? Well, I think it all comes down to cool factor. The number 2 spot, it goes to the mighty Maxilos and Spinax. Now, okay, yeah, this set is nowhere near as iconic as the last 2 we spoke about. But it doesn't get better than this. A gigantic, towering titan, which is, by the way, insanely posable. He's also got one of the coolest masks you've ever seen. He's got a sick-looking weapon, and of course, he has a dog. I mean, having a pet guard dog, that should immediately skyrocket this up to that number 1 spot. But I will restrain myself because there is one set that's better than this. To me, this set represents childhood dreams and wonder. This is the set that as a kid you dreamed of owning. Every kid, they want the coolest looking dude, the tall one, the powerful one, the awesome one. Your dream set was the expensive one that your parents probably actually wouldn't be able to afford and buy because it cost a little bit too much. So you spent days, weeks, months dreaming of owning this set. And that made it all that more special if you did end up getting it. And if you didn't, there's that burning hole inside you that dreams of owning this set. I think, at least to me, this is like the ultimate Bionicle. It ticks all the boxes of cool, it's a holy grail set for many people. A set like this is what every villain set strives to be. It's perfect. Okay, cool. Well, it would be time for the number 1 spot, but you know how this goes. Let's talk about 5 honorable mentions real quick, and then I'll show you the best villain ever. Our first honorable mention today, it goes to Antros and his sick Jetrax vehicle. Look, Antros was cool in his first form. I love this set. Look at that mask. But then he got a stylish redesign and a sick new ride. A ride that was so cool that LEGO said, let's release it again in a different color scheme. Fancy. I mean, you know, sometimes it is about having the fancy car. And Antros looks as cool as all get out inside this vehicle. I also got to give an honorable mention to my boy Gadunka. This insanely cool kaiju, they're phenomenal. What a clever idea to take the spike pieces that are on Spinax's back and not use them as spikes. No, you turn them into teeth. Genius. A huge, scary looking sea monster. I mean, that's everything you could ever want. And on the subject of that, we also have Pridak. Nothing says a water-themed bad guy like a shark character. Especially a character that looks like they have blood all around their mouth and their blades. This is potentially one of the most gruesome Bionicle sets ever, isn't it? But you know, hey, dark, evil, stuff like that, gore, blood, that's perfect for a villain. We also got to give a bit of love to my boy, Krika. They get an honorable mention as well. Because they kind of have the same thing, right? These bone-like blades and this mask, it looks like it's got blood. He's also got that creepy hunched over body design and these unforgettable limbs. The body shape of this is so fascinating and so different. I love it. And our final honorable mention, well, we can't talk about villains without mentioning the ultimate big bad, Makuta Pterodax. I mean, he's literally the main villain of the Bionicle story. It would be a crime to not include him here. The set's pretty good. Okay, that's the honorable mentions. Now for number 1. The ultimate Bionicle villain. Well, in my opinion, it belongs to a set you might not have expected. It's Muaka and Kane-Ra. Okay, hear me out. In 2001, we had the birth of Bionicle, and with it came so many original, fun, and creative ideas. Like the idea of Toa fighting these powerful beasts called Rahi, some of which were corrupted by the evil Makuta. Now sure, I know what you're thinking, but Ben, the Baraki, they're cool as all get out. You've got your lizard-like Rakshi, they were fun. You might be like, they're better villains than these guys. Sure, they were great, but there's something so charming and so different and unique about Toa fighting off beasts. Yet maybe it's because it feels somewhat medieval, like a fantasy fairy tale. You've got noble knights heading to the dragon's lair, and they defeat it with the help of their team of heroic heroes. There's like a quest element to it, a level of fantasy and make-believe. And I don't know, I get very swept up in that idea, and that feels so legendary to me. And the 2001 Bionicle Rahi sets, they embody that idea. I mean, look at these dudes. As a kid, I thought these were two giant dragons. Dragons without wings, but still cool-looking dragons. You get the sense that Toa have to fight them, or maybe they even tame the dragons and they become their pets. I guess that is a little bit better than killing animals. But turns out they're inspired by a bull and a tiger. Which, I'm gonna be real, I've never really seen the resemblance of that, but who cares? They still look awesome. And check out this brilliant play feature. Pull down on the back, the neck springs out, and the teeth snap down. That's the coolest thing ever. These sets have a level of creativity and originality to them that all future Bionicle sets didn't really capture in the same way. Even this Technic-heavy building style, that's so much fun. No other set will capture the charm of the OG 2001 Rahi sets. They're unlike anything else, at least in my opinion. So there you go. These are my top 5 favorite Bionicle villain sets. What are your favorite villains? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Happy building, and bye for now.